War leaves its mark on all who experience it. For soldiers on the front lines, the trauma of combat can have a lasting impact on their mental well-being. Post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, and anxiety are just a few of the invisible wounds that many veterans carry with them long after the battles have ended. The constant exposure to danger, the loss of comrades, and the moral complexities of war can leave deep psychological scars. These invisible wounds can manifest in a variety of ways, including flashbacks, nightmares, hypervigilance, and emotional numbness. The transition back to civilian life can be particularly challenging for veterans struggling with mental health issues. Veterans may feel isolated, misunderstood, and unsure of their place in a world that seems far removed from the battlefields they left behind. The stigma surrounding mental health issues, particularly in the military, can prevent veterans from seeking the help they need. The true cost of war extends far beyond the battlefield, impacting the lives of veterans and their families for years to come. Navigating the complex world of healthcare systems can be a daunting task for anyone, but for veterans, it can be particularly challenging. Bureaucratic hurdles, long wait times, and a shortage of qualified healthcare providers are just some of the obstacles that veterans face when seeking treatment for mental health issues. The transition from military to civilian healthcare systems can be confusing and frustrating, leaving veterans feeling lost and unsure of where to turn. Many veterans require specialized care from providers who understand the complexities of military culture, the psychological impact of combat, and the challenges of reintegration into civilian life. However, there is a significant shortage of mental health professionals with this specialized training, particularly in rural areas and underserved communities. Veterans may feel misunderstood by healthcare providers who are unfamiliar with their experiences, leading to misdiagnosis, ineffective treatment plans, and a sense of alienation. The financial burden of healthcare can also be a significant barrier for veterans. Governments, healthcare providers, and communities must work together to ensure that veterans have timely access to high-quality, culturally competent care that meets their unique needs. The military experience shapes individuals in profound ways, instilling values of discipline, loyalty, and self-reliance. While these qualities are essential for success in the military, they can also create barriers to seeking help for mental health issues. Veterans may fear that admitting to mental health problems will result in shame, judgment, or a loss of respect from their peers. This fear can be compounded by the misconception that mental health issues are a sign of weakness or instability, rather than a normal human response to trauma. Healthcare providers who are trained in military culture are better equipped to understand the unique experiences and perspectives of veterans. They can create a safe and trusting environment where veterans feel comfortable opening up about their struggles without fear of judgment or stigma. Family members, friends, and fellow veterans play a crucial role in supporting veterans' recovery. Healthcare providers can facilitate connections to these support systems, providing veterans with a sense of community and belonging that is essential for healing. Section 4. Financial fallout, economic insecurity among veterans. The transition from military to civilian life can be financially challenging for many veterans. Finding employment that matches their skills and experience can be difficult, and many veterans face unemployment or underemployment. Veterans with service-connected disabilities may face additional financial burdens, including medical expenses, adaptive equipment, and lost wages. The cost of living continues to rise, while veterans' benefits often fail to keep pace, leaving many struggling to make ends meet. Financial insecurity can have a ripple effect on veterans' lives, impacting their housing, relationships, and overall well-being. Addressing the financial challenges faced by veterans requires a comprehensive approach that includes job training programs, affordable housing options, and accessible healthcare services. Supporting veteran-owned businesses and providing incentives for employers to hire veterans can also help to create economic opportunities. Section 5. Across Borders, a Shared Struggle. American veterans in Ukraine. The war in Ukraine has drawn volunteers from around the world, including American veterans compelled to use their skills and experience to support the Ukrainian people. While these veterans may be driven by a sense of duty, idealism, or a desire to make a difference, they also face unique challenges. Fighting in a foreign land, often alongside soldiers from different cultures and speaking different languages, can be isolating and disorienting. American veterans in Ukraine may also struggle with the political complexities of the conflict, navigating shifting alliances and international relations. the decision to fight in a foreign war is a deeply personal one, often driven by a sense of moral obligation or a desire to protect the innocent. However, this decision can also come at a personal cost. Upon returning home, American veterans who fought in Ukraine may face similar challenges to other veterans, including PTSD, depression, and difficulty reintegrating into civilian life. Section 6. Voices from the front lines: personal stories of veterans. The struggles faced by veterans are best understood through their own words and experiences. Personal stories have the power to humanize the statistics, putting a face to the invisible wounds of war and highlighting the human cost of conflict. One veteran, a former Army medic, shared his struggle with survivor's guilt after witnessing the death of his best friend in combat. Another veteran, a young woman who served as a translator in Afghanistan, spoke about the challenges of reintegrating into civilian life after experiencing the horrors of war. A veteran who served in Iraq spoke about the financial struggles he faced after returning home. Section 7. A call to action: supporting veterans worldwide. Supporting veterans is not just a matter of national duty. It is a global responsibility. The men and women who serve in their country's armed forces make immense sacrifices, putting their lives on the line to protect the freedoms and security of their nations. It is our collective duty to ensure that they receive the care, support, and respect they deserve when they return home. Veterans around the world share common experiences and challenges, and we must work together to address these issues on a global scale. One way to support veterans is by advocating for increased funding for mental health services. Governments must prioritize the mental well-being of their veterans, ensuring that they have access to timely and affordable mental health care. Another way to support veterans is by supporting organizations that provide essential services